Okay, hi class. This is Dr. Curtis, and I'm going to talk about your what you have submitted for your live simulation checkpoint 1. So I'm going to go through this and show you what I saw. So your overall, what you're going to tell me is good, and then your organizational structure, you have that together, so that's good. Now, when you get down beyond that, and you're trying to get specific, you might not be getting specific enough. Your roles and responsibilities were largely good, telling me that you're going to be responsible for this, and he's going to be responsible for that, and she's going to be responsible for this. Good. But when you get into your strategic plan, I'm asking, you say you're going to post and tweet, and I'm going to ask how many posts, how many tweets, be specific, show me what it is, lay this plan out, and then execute it. Here we're in Team A, and so Team A, you had these goals here. You're going to attain an average of 25 unique hits per day, and that is going to lead to a total sale of 50 ebooks. So is that the case? I mean, on what you ground that if you just get 25 hits, that's going to lead to 50 ebook sales? I want you to flesh that kind of thing out. Now, $2.99 per book is the Amazon sales price, but as I had indicated, and I'm not sure where, I think in my directions, I said, you're only getting 70% of that revenue. Okay, so Amazon's getting 30%, you're getting 70%. So here, that means it's 209. So using this 149.50, it's really 104. Now that's okay if that's what your plan is, that you're going to turn in 104. It's a question whether how many hits are going to lead to how many sales, and you have to work that out. So on the side, I was saying how much traffic do you need to generate each sale? How will you drive interested traffic to the site? So you need to go in and look at your analytics and see what you can figure out, and try to figure out how you're going to get there. How many posts or tweets, and how many blog posts, for example, what you found, I'm sure, that blog posts drive this. What kind of blog post? Who are the customers that would likely come to something like this? You have to answer those kinds of questions. But you did a reasonably good job trying to work this out, even if the math was off, and we can keep moving. Team B, same kind of thing. I was asking, you're talking about you're going to have a comprehensive social media strategy. Okay, what is it? Be specific. And when we get down here, we're not specific. So I need you to revise. Team B will revise and resend this. This is going to hurt all of you when one part of your company, so think of yourself as a company of companies, okay, a conglomeration of these different ones. So now in this grade, you're losing a little bit because Team B didn't do this. Okay, they didn't give us a specific plan. Same thing with Team C, although Team C had, no, it was Team C that didn't have it. Okay, so Team C is doing the game. Now, I need Team C. You got to understand that your topic, if you got the game, it's specific. The quizzes have links within the quizzes. So the more people you can drive into the quizzes, the more that they go out there and they do the questions. And in the questions, there are live links to Amazon things where if they click on it, get lost, and buy something, we get a kickback of 4 to 6% of whatever that is that goes right into that scholarship fund. Okay, and so that's why. So if you can drive 100 people there, you get one result. If you can drive 1,000 people there, you get another result. If you drive 10,000 people, you'll get another result. But you have to think through. Now, I fully realize that you don't know what assumptions to be working with. This is management. In real life, you don't necessarily know, at least not in the early phase of whatever you're trying to do. But I need you to try to plan and project. Okay, when you say you're going to utilize email promotions to increase traffic by 10%, you don't tell me from what. By 10% mean, so if you said, look, right now we have 500 hits a week and we're going to move it to 550 hits a week, that's different than if you're telling me just 10%, because you're just pulling that out of who knows where. Okay, drive traffic and then move past statistics. From what to what? Again, increase by 10%. From what to what? Same kind of issue. At least you're trying to do that, but you don't know what the 10% was that it was previously based on. So it's really not as useful. Team D is a little bit better in the sense that they're saying, look, we're going to raise 41.86 by selling over this 2 books per week, $2.99 per book, and that's how we're getting our total. You have a goal. It is a mediocre goal. If you achieve your goal for your Team D, you're at a C level, because that's not really much of a stretching goal. But it's something. You at least have the specifics. The harder the goal is, according to the instructions, the more favorably it's looked at as far as the grade. But you at least are thinking through the specifics of it. Now, it could be a little bit clearer. Use social media, blogs, and search engines. We will blog twice a week. We will repost or post on social media on these 3 types of social media once every other day, or whatever it is. I don't know what the metrics are that you need, but you need those metrics spelled out. Team E, same kind of thing. I'm not sure what you're doing specifically, and really when it comes to like social media and that kind of thing, you should be the one driving. Hey, look, this is what we're going to make sure happens, or that kind of thing. Evaluate statistical data. Like what? You didn't tell me. So I'm pretty dissatisfied with what you turned in for the checkpoint because you didn't tell me specifically. Were you working for me and you turned this into me, I would kick it back to you and say, give it back to me when it's ready. Now, I still want you to revise what you just turned in. I'm going to kick it back. You're going to lose 10% of your grade right off the top because you didn't do the specific part. You need to make sure it's specific. Some of you did something specific. Team A did the best job on that, but the rest of you need to be very clear, very specific, and then I'll return your grade. Okay? In the same way that grammar, if grammar is wrong, I'm going to kick that back to you and then say, no, you have too many errors. Here, you have too many errors in the sense of you don't have what I asked you for, which was to be very, very, very specific. You can do this. This is a management simulation, but it's live. I mean, it's real time. It's on a very small scale, but it's real time. So do it as quickly as you can. I'll get things back to you, and we'll get going. Okay. So that's it. I mean, you did good by knowing who's in charge and what your timeline is going to be. But you developed an initial strategic plan on the team level, only partially revise and resend. I want to talk about one other thing. Here we have this thing about lessons learned. Communication is key. And I say yes, and I underscore it and underscore it. You cannot over communicate. It will be incredibly difficult for you to over communicate. The problems that you're likely going to have are not communicating with each other enough. That specifically means between Team E and all the other teams, or people that are interacting between teams, or between the quiz and leadershipmen, or something along those lines. So be sure to communicate. Okay, I've taken up enough of your time. Please revise, resend, and we'll grade depending on how long it takes me to get the revised specific version. Okay? Talk to you later. Bye-bye.